Hey everyone, welcome back to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 8th of February, 2025, and in this video, we're going to ask the question, what makes a coin shoot the moon? You know what I'm saying? What makes it valuable? And well, the folks over at Coin Week have put together an article, and well, they're pretty comprehensive about it. We're going to be talking about that, but also, I think there's some other factors as well. And gosh, I got to tell you, there's a great plus one and a great song today. It's a Tool song, but it's done by an orchestra. What? Yeah, it's pretty incredible. But before any of that, actually, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's a tremendous number. I'm not sure exactly what the number is, but it's got to be ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. And see these fine folks here? Yeah, they're members, and it's $1.99 a month, and it really helps these videos keep coming out each and every single morning. Try that at home. Now over here to moneymetals.com. This is where the spot prices ended the week. Gold, 28.7205, 32.02 for silver, 991.50 for platinum, and palladium, yeah, 1,007, really getting close to that parity action. And then Dr. Copper, what? 459. You know, if this happens, you know, okay, so if you went to an app called Coin Apps, if you're familiar with it, you know, I probably should just show you right now. If you go to Coin Apps, I shouldn't even do this right now, but then again, stream of consciousness videos, that's what we do here. All right, so what we've got here is US coin roll calculator, and look at the copper per pound. It says it's 416. Well, let's see what 50 rolls of pre-82 Lincoln cents would be. Yeah, $68. Well, let's see if we plug in this price at 459 to this calculator. Yeah, 459. Oh, yeah, goodness. It's now $75 for, yeah, look at this, a box, 50 rolls of pennies. Now let's get back to this. You're looking at in-stock American Silver Eagle. That's right, an in-stock 2025 American Silver Eagle. Yeah, it says so right there. Its premium is $6.49 for a quantity 1 through 39. You'll pay $38.51, and they will buy them back for just under, look at that, $34 at $33.69. Now over here to that article Coin Week wrote, buy Coin Week, buy Coin Week. That's awesome. I love redundancy. It's like flying. 6 factors that determine a coin's value. A beginner's guide. Collectors new to the and listen, there's some really quality factors here, and I've highlighted some of the choice phrases they've used, and I think there's 2 to 3 of them that really stand out more than the rest, and see if you can find them. It says here, collectors new to the hobby are inundated with information relative to coin value. That's right. If you go onto YouTube, you can pretty much find out anything you want about any coin from pretty much any year, and that's actually fantastic. But is it information overload? Because, well, I don't want to talk about that right now. There's a saying that I recently heard that's saying, you know, back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, you know, people who were knowledgeable, people who were walking Google machines, right? They were rewarded with that knowledge. They just were. Well, nowadays, you know, anybody can have knowledge. Nowadays, the power is recognizing patterns in all of that information. Now, that's a whole video for another subject, but kind of goes with this pattern recognition, right? Humans are great at it. It's probably one of their best abilities. For beginners, there are 6 key factors. See, for beginners, that's huge. There are 6 key factors that influence a coin's value. I think there's probably 3 out of that for beginners. And understanding how these interact will help you make informed decision when buying or selling your numismatic holdings. And yes, this is it right here. Rarity. Yeah, that makes sense. Rarity, right? It says here, coins that are rare due to low mintage numbers, short production periods, or unique characteristics tend to be more valuable than coins with greater availability. All right, that's a general statement, and it generally makes sense. For vintage coins, attrition, that means well, it just wears out over time. Loss, like if you own a business, right? There's just shrinkage. It just who knows where it went? I don't know, but it's not there now, right? Shrinkage. That's part of attrition. Often plays a large part of taking coins that once seemed common, but are now considered rare. Take the 1927 Denver Mint at St. Gaudens Double Eagle, for instance. The United States Mint struck 180,000 of these coins, but only 14 to 15 are known to have survived the government's massive gold coin melt of the late 1930s. Because of this, regardless of condition, all 1927D St. Gaudens are valuable. Absolutely. Now it says here, one should not overly rely on rarity, right? It's factors. You got to factor all of these in, right? It's muy importante. One should not overly rely on rarity. However, as many modern coins are produced in limited numbers by mints and private issuers, if these coins have limited appeal, well, it doesn't really matter if 500 or only 50 exist. In the rare coin hobby, we call these purposefully made rarities. Yeah, that's right. And Everybody's quite aware of that, especially coin dealers. Now, here we go. This is one that really is a stark, it's a punch in the gut. Now, condition. Yeah. Here we go. A coin's state of preservation significantly affects its value. Coins in mint state or about uncirculated condition generally are worth more than those that are worn or damaged. All you have to do is look at a mint 68 W quarter and your jaw will drop to the ground. Yeah, that's right. And are those rare? Yes. In rarity, condition, we're talking W quarters here this morning. I didn't even know I was gonna, but that's a really good example. All right, determining an overview of a coin's grade can be accomplished by studying available literature on grading, but narrowing down the grade to a point of market acceptability requires outside certification. That's right, third-party grading corporations. That's CAC, NGC, and PCGS. These services each apply their own interpretations of the Selden scale, grading coins on a spectrum from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. You think I thought a 10 was a perfect. Well, that's just whatever. Now, vintage coins are struck for circulation, which will seldom approach grading perfection. There you go. Vintage coins and coins struck for circulation. Ever seldom. But if you do, but it says here, but modern-made numismatic coins, such as American Silver Eagles proof coins and commemoratives, will routinely grade 69 or 70. Listen, if they're proofs, they better be grading 69s and 70s. If not, what are they doing over there? The value of the 70s for this type of material often depends on other factors enumerated on this list. Now, historical significance. Oh, yeah, look at those gold miners. And I'll tell you, that's like 50-degree water coming out of that Sierra Nevada there. Coins with historical importance, such as those minted during significant events with unique designs commemorating historical figures or moments, or from pivotal periods in history, can see their value increase, right? Can see, should be, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Due to collector interest in that history. So that's a really narrow scope of interest, I would think. This is true for a coin struck during the California gold rush, like the 1.26 million Pacific Company $5 gold coin that recently sold, right? How many collectors are going to be buying that one, right? That's like a museum piece at this point. Or coins struck during the Civil War, like the 1864 2-cent piece. Collectors often see these coins connected to an important event as more interesting than coins from a random date. All right, what about 1860, Civil War Indian head cents, right? Those are kind of cool, right? Same. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Collector demand. This is really the one, besides FOMO, that really drive up prices. It says here, the level of interest, look at that $quarter. Look at that. United States of America, 1893. Gosh, that's amazing. All right, the level of interest from collectors can drastically affect the coin's value. Yeah, I've highlighted the important words here. Popular series like the Morgan Silver Dollar and the Lincoln Wheat Cent may not be as rare as other series, but they're widely collected. Because of this, they can be more valuable that scarcer coins with the lower. All right, that's cool. Demand is not a constant. That's absolutely true. And attitude, because, you ever heard that saying, strike while the iron's hot? For example, when the V75 coins came out, and it's not always true, because if you look at certain coins, like for the example, we talked about those W quarters, in the beginning, they were relatively inexpensive to what they are now, right? People are seeing them going, gosh, those are really important. So, yeah, there it is. That's called collector demand, and W quarters have that as well. It's just incredible. Demand is not a constant. I said that. Dealers rave of enthusiasm for classic commemorative coins, which on paper have all four factors we've discussed so far: scarcity, historical significance, condition, plus demand. This drove prices skyward. But it was not long before collector attitudes changed, and over time, even coins with mintages of just 2,000 or 3,000 coins seemed common because fewer and fewer collectors wanted them. Now, collector demands. Do you see, maybe, is there toning on here? I don't know. I can't stand toning on coins unless it's absolutely stunning, beautiful. Otherwise, I think it lowers the grade. And that's demand. Some people love toned coins, and that's the way it is. I mean, if it's got a bullseye toning, wow, I'm going silly for that. But if it looks like garbage, I'm like, ooh, eye appeal is gonzo. Not going to do it. Now, material composition. It says here, look at this, a coin's metallic composition can influence its value. This is especially true for common coins made of gold or silver, absolutely. These coins may carry little numismatic premium, but will fluctuate in price based on the prevailing prices of their metallic content. For vintage coins, material composition will often, how about pre-33 gold? Is that right now, right? Think about that. Will often play a factor in the coin's survivability, such as the case with the 1927D. Its desirability, collectors typically prefer coins made of precious metals and its current state of preservation. Gold and silver coins are softer metals, and those currently used to strike coins, and copper coins are highly reactive and often tarnish over time. Yeah, nobody wants a tarnished coin. Look at this emotion. This is that FOMO. Oh boy, can't wait. And look at what I've highlighted here. And this is true to the absolute core of all of these. And this is probably why they've saved this one for last. That's called emphatic order, saving the best for last, right? Collectors are often driven by emotion. Absolutely. Have you ever got wrapped up in a sale on an auction on eBay and overpaid for something because you were emotional? Absolutely. I think we've all done it. And we realized, and that's about wisdom. That's the part about wisdom. You know, you just don't get wisdom. You actually have to be involved in a situation where like that, and then you learn from that, learn and grow. That's called wisdom. All right. So once you, education never comes cheap, I'll tell you, and compete enthusiastically against each other for the best coins. And legendary collector John J. Pittman famously employed the Statue of Liberty play, what? To win an 1854 Type 2 gold dollar at auction, and keeping his hand raised. Oh, he just kept it raised, the Statue of Liberty. I get, ha ha ha. Raised and staring down the other bidders at a public auction, he communicated that his commitment to acquire the coin at all costs was absolute. There it is, folks. He was driven by emotion, and that's when people will pay the most for coins. Collectors are drawn to coins with the it factor. And, well, remember the it factor this last year in 2024. What was that? The flowing hair gold medal and the flowing hair silver medal. The gold coin and the silver medal, both with the privy. You betcha. That was the it coin this year, or the it factor. All right. This is why you often see fantastically toned Morgan. Yeah. Morgans, yeah. Tone sell for multiple. See, if there are fantastically toned, yeah, I get it. It makes sense that they sell for more money. Passions can be a good thing when collecting, but it can also result in bad decisions, and collectors should consult with professionals before making a purchase based on emotion alone. Absolutely. Why would you do that? I mean, emotion's just... And you can't refute emotion. It's not logical, right? No single one of these factors alone will determine a coin's value, but all six working together in tandem make up the formula that experienced collectors and dealers use when setting the market. Remember, they said this was for beginners? Yeah, but that's what the professionals and experts use, right? To graduate from being a beginner collector to a more seasoned one, understanding these six features or principles and features are essentials, or maybe there's, I guess they're features. What do you make of these factors, and what additional factors do you use to determine a coin's value? Would you use mint mark? I don't think they talked about mint mark on here, but that's okay. What do you think, folks? Pretty good article. Now let's go to the plus ones. I got some interesting action on the plus ones today. Now I did show you the coin apps. It's just one of those things. Copper is getting very expensive. Now this is Proverbs 23, 17, and 18. There's two of them here, and I'm going to wrap my head around it over here at the bottom with the asterisk. It says, let your heart not envy sinners. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they got all the money, they got all the wealth, they got all the girls. Oh, man, I want to be that guy. No, you don't. Rather, those who revere the Lord all day. There's your answer. 18 says, for it shall endure, and your hope shall not be cut off. And what I think that means is that, we should envy the person who truly fears the Lord and learn from them and emulate their deeds, behaviors, right? Only this is lasting. Wealth and sinful pleasures are, momentary. It's like a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips, right? Just, you don't really, there's no, bye-bye. Now, this is a really cool thing I found. This is a song by Tool. I've seen this band like 8 times, but the song is named Schism, and it's an orchestral arrangement. It's fantastic. It's incredible. And schism, if you're unaware, and I don't know what schism meant, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I do know. Schism is exactly the opposite of what the Lord wants from all of us. It's a separation. That's exactly what it's all about. It's just going to keep us separate. If we're going to be separate from each other, well, that's not what the Lord wants. Okay, so remember that next time, I'm going to split up with the girl, or I'm going to split up with my son, I'm going to split up with my aunt. No. You're playing into the hands. I'm telling you. Now, check this out. A schism is a disagreement or division into two groups, like one faction and another, caused by a disagreement about ideas, especially in a religious organization. Now, the Great Schism of 1054, that was the separation of the Catholic Church in the West, Orthodox Church in the East. Yeah, the schism. That's right. You ever heard of the double cross? There's a reason why they call it a double cross. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. Stacker.